You are now watching Believe. Do you believe?
Yo. So we back with the CJ2K2K Fantasy Podcast, sponsored by Smash and Dash Podcast. And I got my boy with me this time, PH32, Philip Henry, my college football teammate. Know what I'm saying? My brother at the end of the day, man. What's up, man?
This is great, man. I'm just like, thank you. First of all, thank you for having me. I appreciate you for letting me be on your podcast. I can't wait to have you on mine. Right. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Shout out to the fantasy team owners out there.
Right.
I need some help. I'm one of those people that's in like 4 leagues, and I'm struggling a little bit. But, hopefully we can, chop it up and get some information between each other so I can do a little bit better.
Right, man. We've been trying to get this, bro. We've been talking about the podcast for so long, bro. And you've been doing this for so long. And I always told you, man, I wanted to get in on. I want to do something, man. This has been a long time, so I just want to tell you, I appreciate you for coming on. And you're gonna be seeing a lot of Philip Henry and me on these podcasts together, man. We've been trying to put this together forever.
So I appreciate you, man. This is like manifestation here. Like, I'm glad we did it. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. Everybody check out the PH podcast. Now we can move.
Yes, sir. So where I really want to tap in, where I want to start at, the next coming up game will be Thursday night football. Mm-hmm. So Thursday night football, we got the Broncos versus the Colts. We got Broncos versus the Colts. And I know one of the big things coming out, man, Jonathan Taylor, he's out. So for all you guys that, been starring Jonathan Taylor and he's been putting up your points or whatever it is, you got to bench him this week. You got to take him out and, you got to get you a backup in or whatever like that. But, some of my thoughts on it, man, just like, I've been wondering, like, is Russ is he gonna finally cook? You know what I'm saying? Is him and Jerry Jeudy, is they finally gonna get on the same page, man?
I'm gonna tell you how I feel about it's a long story with Russell. All right, so first of all, to me, Russell Wilson on the Seahawks, this is a real fantasy story. So I was down 1 point last year.
Right.
Going into Monday night, the guy I'm playing played everybody. And we know how that feels when you got that one guy left, he in the hole kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, I got a player. Yeah. Nobody else has anybody. 1 point, that's all I need. DK Metcalf. And I'm trying to not move forward into the next year and be like, I'm taking it out on him because it's a new season, bro.
Right.
And I tell you, I lost, like, he didn't give me 1 point that night.
When?
So he knows probably what this game is because he didn't get a target from Russell Wilson. I'm like, okay, right. Russell Wilson probably not going to be on this team because how you not give the ball to DK Metcalf? Like, he's going to have of any play on that team, right. He's going to be one of the ones that needs to get it. So I felt like that night after that happened, he probably wouldn't be on Seahawks. Now we see him on Broncos, right?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking he's probably not the same player he used to be, but also new coach. Right. You gotta get to jail. You got to jail with your new coach. Now I understand that. Got new receivers around you. Shout out to his agent. Got him a great deal. That's another conversation. That's the sports business. But I just think it's about getting used to the people that are around you. He needs a little more time. I think as the season continues, he'll play better. He always does whatever he wants against the 49ers. It doesn't matter if he's playing for Seahawks or Denver. Like, you saw what happened. The win that they have came from, like, the first one came from beating 49ers. He just backed up and said, all right, it's time for me to start running because, like, that's really what I can do too. He can run. He just took off. He ended up beating Garoppolo, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's just going to take some time. Against the Colts, I can easily see them winning that game. Colts been struggling to me. They're playing a little bit better. They beat the Chiefs, so I know they feel good about themselves. But no Jonathan Taylor. That's people's first pick in a lot of leagues.
Right, exactly. First entire pick. So it's like the only lucky thing about it is, hopefully it's only one game. It ain't season ending. It ain't season ending.
Because if not, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Definitely it's a wrap if it's season ending.
Who we going with? Who we replacing them with? Do we like? What we doing?
We're going to replace Taylor with Hines.
Naheem Hines.
Nakeem Hines. We're gonna
I
replace
like
him with
him.
him. And the crazy thing about it, it's gonna be hard to replace him with him because it's just like some people already got him because he was helping out in the pass game. You know what I'm saying? So you might have to trade for him. He's not available in a lot of leagues.
He's been chilling on my bench this whole time because
exactly.
he got an opportunity to get in this game. He makes plays, special teams. Like he can do kick return, also out the backfield. Yeah. He's a big play guy type guy, in my opinion. But he don't get no carries for me. When we talk about fantasy, you got to get them. You got to get targets and carries.
You got to. Yeah. So he probably could be a good flex player for you.
Yeah, put him in the flex
and get some. Unless you got another. Well, he was already on your bench, so I'm pretty sure that you got a stable of running backs. You know what I'm saying?
But see, he one of them backs too. We're gonna move forward, but Naheem Hines one of them backs that he on your bench, but like you still might not want to play. You're gonna play him this week because
you have no choice. Yeah, before then you don't play him because Jonathan Taylor's getting all the carries. But this week you have no choice because he's gonna be loaded up with Jonathan Taylor's out. He's gonna be loaded up. But like another thing that I wanted to touch on with this Thursday night game coming on, right? Another big injury, Javonte Williams, Denver.
Yeah, he tore his knee up, right?
Yeah, him and Melvin Gordon was the 1-2 punch. So now Melvin Gordon, he's going to be getting all the carries.
Yeah.
But how well is he going to do? Because I have a fact.
Give me a fact.
And this fact is crazy. You know what I'm saying? In Melvin Gordon last 44 touches, he have had 5 fumbles.
Oh yeah, I was just about to say. Okay, yeah, we was getting to that because Melvin Gordon is gonna get the ball a lot, but he fumbling late. Like he's doing a lot of fumbling right now. But
the whole lot of fumbling
in the back of his mind, that's probably not gonna stop him getting. They still gonna give him carry. So I mean, if I got Melvin Gordon, I still put him in if it was me.
Yeah, they still gonna give him carries, but like as far as so my whole thing is like right now, like when I'm giving it, just seeing how this Thursday night game gonna go, who's gonna be winner or loser.
Right.
Yes, he's gonna get the carries.
Right.
Maybe. Yeah. Well, I ain't gonna say maybe. He's gonna get the carries, but can't hold on to the ball.
He'll get the ball.
He's gonna get the ball. But guess what? They just picked up Latavius Murray Tuesday.
I saw that. They did that they did that quick. And I've been hearing about another guy named Mike Boone too. People can look him up deep in the draft. He'd probably be there for you still if you want to get him. But yeah, Latavius Murray, he definitely he remind me of like a backup QB or something that's gonna get in the game. Like
he gonna get in the game.
You know what he can do.
Yeah. So how long do you think is Melvin Gordon's leash? Like if he get a fumble in the first quarter, are they throwing but because I'm just thinking like I know Latavius Murray might not know the playbook, but how hard is it in there to go in there and say run power, run zone, run stretch?
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he definitely.
So how long do you think Melvin Gordon leash is? Like
I think because it's the first game, you know what I'm saying, that Williams has been hurt, he's gonna have a longer leash than in the past. I would say if he fumbled in the first half, you in trouble. Whoever got him in the game, just go ahead and start shaking your head and it might be a long one, because if he fumbled early and he already been fumbling, it's like, listen, man, you got to hold a rock. So just when you watch and get ready for negative, you might get some negative point. Certain leagues, you get that negative on that fumble. So whatever he give you positive, if he score and give you 6, depending on what league you're doing, just know if you fumble, you're down -2 messing with him.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, man. That's why I just can't believe how many times he put it on the ground and in such short of touches, like only 44 touches. But now it makes sense to me why they went and picked up Latavius Murray, because don't be fooled if Latavius Murray is your starting guy in a few weeks.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. When he was, I respected him when he was on Minnesota. He's the backup AD.
Yeah.
I remember he played in Oakland when it was Oakland,
and he played in. Don't forget, he played in the Saints.
He know how to score too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Ain't gonna lie, Murray red zone, that's around to score for you. So somebody pick him up. You can't really. Melvin Gordon can't be trusted. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. Hopefully
hard.
he can take advantage of this opportunity, but he can't be trusted. He's fumbling way too much.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. So what do you think? Like, okay, so with all that being said, then on the other side, we got the Colts.
Right.
Do
That's your
you
division,
think?
your former division.
Yeah, former division. Do you think Matt Ryan and Michael Pittman Jr. can put it on their back and get us past Russ? Or like, what do you think?
Yeah, they're capable. Yeah, very capable of making that happen because they've been playing better as of lately a little bit. But listen, this is a toss-up game to me, and I don't think that anybody's going in feeling like, yo, you just know Denver gonna win this game. You don't know that. I mean,
right.
Shout out to that defense. They're playing okay. Russell Wilson, we all want him to start cooking. That's what we want him to do, but he got to show it to us. And I feel like if it's not 49ers, then he's not. He just always tortures them. Like, so if it's not them, I don't know what he's gonna do against these other teams. So I think Matt Ryan's very capable. Obviously, Michael Pittman Jr. I like him too.
Right.
He had some injuries earlier this year. I got him on one of my leagues. I've been leaving him in the game, and I'm gonna just try and talk and manifest this with him. Like, hey, Michael Pittman Jr. gonna give me some points this week.
Do something,
because
man.
Matt Ryan really top 5 in his league in yards right now. It's early, but he's throwing for yards, so he's throwing to somebody.
What's up? So what? So I want to get what's your Thursday night game. What's your prediction? What's your prediction for the game? Give me a score.
I'm trying to pick the games, bro. I mean, I am, but not. Is there an over under or something? What's the over under for this game? Let's do that.
I'm not sure.
Let's do a little. Hold on.
I
mean, just in my mind, just off the real, I'm gonna say Russell Wilson can get this win.
So you won Denver.
I'm gonna say they can get this win. But I mean, sometimes you gotta. I told a lot of marathon listeners, shout out to everybody that's a marathon listener. I told them last week that -3 for Cowboys against Washington. Yo, please go get your money in legal places. But this week I gotta look over it and see some more. I don't know. I'm gonna go Denver. If we just picking the game straight up, I'm gonna say I think Denver will win that game straight up.
Straight up
Win that game. Now, if you're talking who's going to get more stats and who's going to get, with the line on, I don't know. I got to look that up.
See, not just that. I'm going to throw a number out there. Like, I would stick in my division and go Colts, but there's no way that I can pick them without Jonathan Taylor. I got to go Russ. And I'm going to say the game is, I'm going to take the Broncos, and I'm going to take the Broncos 24-10.
Oh, you like it like that? I see what you're trying. You saying they pretty much.
Bro, the Colts, their strong point of their team is the running game.
You're right.
And even though with Taylor, they still been struggling. It ain't been the same as last year. So without that running game, I feel like Denver is going to be focused on stopping the passing game. We don't have to put as many in the box. And it's going to be hard for Matty Ice to score.
The only thing is, you just never know with the head coach for Denver, man. He's like, they got to get him right. Hackett, they got to get him right. He's like,
I think after that first mistake that he made week 1, I think Russ is just going to take it in his hand. He ain't going to even. Yeah, he's not even let him play like that. Like,
because Russ sometimes still be acting like college to me. Like, he needs somebody to still like tell him go ahead and like, yo, take it over instead of just going to take it over. But
yeah, just take it over, man.
You probably do that against the Colts. I'm not gonna lie. Even though I know the Colts right now, they on the bottom. Are they on the bottom of y'all division right now? They 1-2 in y'all division right now.
I think they are.
They might be somewhere near the bottom right now.
Probably them in Jacksonville.
And their head coach on the hot seat a little bit too to me, Frank Wright.
Right. I'm gonna keep. So they gotta do something. So what I want to get into with this is, we're gonna start with the Colts, and it's pure fantasy football, and I just want you to tell me over or under.
Okay.
Or you can even tell me you feel like it's right on. Right now, they have Matt Ryan slated to score 13.5 fantasy points.
That sounds about right, fam.
That sounds about right?
Right. They did that right. 13, he probably somewhere around there this year.
Right. I think they're about right. I would say, I say they're about right there with Matt Ryan.
That would be like a put. You think he's going over though? You asking me first. You want me to do it first?
Yeah, over or under. That's what I'm saying. Over or under.
I think he'll go over 13.
You think he'll go over?
Yeah.
Just a little bit over, or just like
a little bit, just a little bit.
Maybe. You gotta think. Listen, these fantasy owners, if you just saying it like that, if you ain't got no enthusiasm in it, they not gonna believe you. It don't sound like you really believe he gonna go over. So you know what I'm gonna do? You said over, I'm taking under.
Yeah.
Y'all listen to 2K, I'm taking under. He's
Matt Ryan. First of all, I don't even want to. We don't have enough time to get into Matt Ryan. We'll do that another time. But you talk about somebody who this guy's a loser. Like, he doesn't win. Like, in college, he didn't win. Boston College, he didn't win. Maybe he won high school. He did have a shot in the Super Bowl. He blew that lead. Thanks to Kyle Shanahan too, but I don't know. He's just not a winner. Like, I don't know, man. So I think over the 15 though. I'm not saying it's 13 and a half. He'll probably get 15 points, maybe.
Okay. So now we got Nyheim Hines.
Nyheim Hines. Coming out of Michigan State. Shout out to him. Jonathan
Taylor's down. He's going to the starting role. And they got him slated for 12.4 fantasy points. Over or under?
Nyheim Hines going for 12?
12.
It's because that's how you know he getting carries a lot this week. Because there's nowhere he hasn't done that on my bench yet. But I'll say Nyheim Hines this week. I'm giving him under 12 and a half.
You gonna give him under 12?
I think he's gonna get like maybe 10 or something. He might score. Give him a quick score or something. He might go crazy though, but I'm going under.
I'm going over. You know why? I'm going over because they already used him in the passing game, right?
Yeah.
They already used him in the pass game. Now they finna overload him. Now he gonna get all the touches. So if he get a touchdown, couple catches, couple rushes, I think he'll be a little bit over 12.
They got him at 12.
12-4. I'm gonna go over.
You convince me. Because he do catch out of the backfield. He's a screen guy too. He's one of those like
right.
Let me change my answer. I say under for Matt Ryan, but over for Nyheim Hines.
Okay. We'll rock with that. Okay, we got Michael Pittman Jr. slated for 14.9 points. Might as well say 15 points.
I say Michael Pittman Jr. against that defense. You got Patrick Surtain Jr. I'll say he's gonna go over. I give him an over.
You give him over?
Yeah, I think he's gonna go over.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I haven't been paying much attention to his fantasy this year because I didn't get. I was trying to draft him. Somebody took him right before me. I was hot, so I ain't been paying attention to his stuff.
But on this year.
But I'm a fan of him. I like him, so I'm gonna say over just off me being a fan. Thursday night football primetime over.
Oh, we doing that? I'm about to do that too for some. All right, going forward. I'm a fan of some of these players too. But let me tell you something. I was a fan of you when you were playing, and guess what? It would have been some times where you ain't get to 100 for me. And I wanted to talk to you about that. I'm glad you're on here, so I can go ahead and ask you. You were the person who played, and it was the fantasy era. I know you came in early fantasy era, but I was still playing back then. I had you on my team. Just let us know, let the people know. Did you even care about fantasy football? How was it when somebody come up to you or send you, send you a tweet or something that says you didn't get 100 or you didn't score this week or you didn't do what you need to do in fantasy. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep it, but I know it was way worse when they was, expletives because you didn't do your thing on the fantasy side. Did you even care as a player?
I didn't give 1 cent. I didn't care.
What I know, man. I knew you didn't.
I didn't care at all because I didn't fully understand it, bro. I remember back in college, you told me get in your fantasy draft, and you didn't give me the instructions, the details of how it goes. And I picked Peyton Manning, the first overall pick, and I lost. And ever since then, I said I could care less about fantasy.
And you got the old Peyton Manning too. He was old at that time. You got him too. I ain't gonna lie. That was
no. He wasn't old. He was still going crazy he was still going crazy when we was in college.
Oh no, I thought you were talking. Oh yeah, okay. I thought you were talking about when you finished.
No. When we was in college, that first you remember you and Sam.
Yeah, I was at the house we did. We
did.
did.
Y'all went crazy. I'm like, man, this is boy. And then after that, Twitter, you didn't score, or you got down to the goal line, they gave somebody else the ball, you didn't get it. I'm like, God damn, we still won. Like, whatever. I don't care. I ain't care much about it.
One thing I will say is it does allow fans to look at the game from a stat standpoint. Some of these fans telling the truth about if you're not getting these stats, they're gonna say that.
Right,
but
exactly.
If you make a big catch to help your team win, or you make a big run to help your team win, obviously more important than somebody having fantasy points. But we can look at their stats.
Yeah, they definitely look at the stats. I understand it now. The crazy thing, I say what I say about it, like when I was playing, but now that I play fantasy football and I don't play anymore, I understand those fantasy fans. Like I understand them.
But at that time, definitely you probably
at that time I didn't. I definitely understand them now. And because I went through a situation and Chubb did me this way. I needed him now. Bro, it was at the end of the game. I needed 4 points.
I remember it.
And he broke and he ran out of bounds at the 1 yard line to win the game. I was so hot, man. I wanted to write him on Twitter, Instagram, anything. Right. I'm like, oh my, I'm hot. And this playoffs.
You should have jumped into it and thought about it like how you was. Like he probably don't even care. Just like
I did. I was like, he don't care. He don't care. It is what it is. Okay. So now we on to the Broncos.
Okay.
Russell Wilson is slated for 17.4 fantasy points.
He gonna get
over or under?
He gonna get 17 at least.
He gonna get 17. Okay, he's right at it. I believe he's right at it as well. This is a good one though. I'm gonna save this one for the last one. I'm gonna skip to the receiver and come back. I want to say the last one for the Jerry Jeudy, 11.3.
Yes, because if Russell Wilson gonna be throwing it, then they got Cortland Sutton too. 11.3. They got it right. They got it right where it need to be. 11.3. That's probably exactly where he'll be. I'll give him over. I'll say he'll get maybe 12, 14. He gonna snap. I think he's gonna snap.
I want to go under. I can't even lie. I want to go under, but
he might go 20.
He's on my fantasy team, so I need him to be over. Yeah, because it seems like in their offense, like they use him like for just deep threats. That's what it seems like. Like deep threats. What's your boy name for the for Seattle?
Lockett.
Not DK, but the other one.
Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, him. It's like he plays that role for Russell. Only deep balls. So if the deep balls don't hit, he's not getting the catches through the middle and stuff. Oh man, I just need him to go off. That's what I need.
Trust your gut, man. I remember when you came on the NFL Fantasy Show and I asked you, I sent a tweet in, they ain't put it up, but it's all right. I asked you though, personally, who should I start? Tony Pollard or Cordell Patterson? And he told me Patterson, and I started him, and he balled out. I ain't gonna lie, he hurt right now, but
he hurt. Go
with your gut, bro. If you got Jeudy, put him in there. But Jeudy been a little bit of a slight disappointment to me in this league because he went crazy at Alabama, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's been a disappointment, but hopefully it turns around or whatever.
Yeah, hopefully. Right.
So that one, the best for last, what I want to get to is over under Melvin Gordon, 13.2 points.
Melvin Gordon, if you can't get 13 points when they're giving you the ball, but it's now that you got me thinking about Latavius Murray. I won't even think about Murray. They did pick him up though, and he might get in on the red zone and steal your touchdowns. Melvin Gordon be doing that to Javonte Williams, in my opinion, but obviously he hurt. 13. Melvin Gordon, I'm gonna say you're going over 13, Melvin Gordon, because they're going to give you the ball a lot. And confusion at the head coaching spot. When you start confused, you just start, all right, let's just go run the power. Or let's just go run the, you know what I'm saying? Let's just default to run. So I think any of those confusion problems that they've been having as a team, Denver Broncos, between Russell Wilson looking over there and like he's not really the one trying to figure out what he needed to do with the head coach. Like, hey, should I do it? Should I not? What? Whenever that happens, I think they're just going to default to a run play, and they can go to Melvin Gordon. So I'm saying on high value that he'll get over 13.
Okay. I'm going under. The reason why I'm going under because I know he's going to get the touches by default.
Right.
But for him to have so many drop balls, not drop balls, fumbles, for him to have so many fumbles in the last 44 touches, at this point, myself, it got to be in his head. You don't think it's in his head? Like
it's definitely in his head.
It's in his head.
So hold on. So you got him fumbling again, or you don't really? You're not ready to answer that question on a CJ fantasy football.
Man, listen, I got 5 times in 44 touches, he's fumbling again because it's in his head.
Numbers definitely say
that's one of the reasons why I say under, because once he give you that first fumble, they're going to go to the younger guy they drafted in Latavius Murray. And then when you get in the red zone, I just see Latavius Murray. He's a bigger back, run hard. I see them giving him the ball in the red zone. Like, how many days of practice do you need to be in the goal line package?
Yeah. And
y'all already not hitting these days. And it ain't like, and it's not like he's coming off the street. He's been training camp, he's been playing, so he just traded. So I feel like he's gonna take the goal line carries away, and then if Melvin Gordon fumbles, man, he's gonna be on the bench because there's gonna be 6 fumbles.
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? So
first half, that's what I'm saying. Who Broncos fans, fantasy owners for Melvin Gordon, if he fumbled in there early, he gonna be chilling. I ain't gonna lie, but I just think I got some faith in that he gonna seize this moment, because Melvin Gordon was a player that was there last year having to deal with Phillip Lindsay. He's been a player having to deal with other backs. Like, nobody's feeling like you're the guy unless you was at Wisconsin. You know what I'm saying? So I think if this is gonna be your time, Williams got hurt. Hey, seize the moment, son. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think.
This is your time. So that's that.
Thursday night game.
Over Thursday night game, over under. We're gonna
taking Broncos.
I'm taking Broncos.
All right, me too.
I'm taking Broncos. I'm taking Broncos 24-10.
I'm taking Broncos, but I think that Matt Ryan gonna throw for some yards, and he definitely Michael Pittman Jr. gonna get some. He gonna get some too.
Okay. So so we're gonna jump into we're just gonna jump into some more. That was more Thursday night games. So we're going to jump into some more fantasy football because, that's Thursday night. We got the whole Sunday. We got a whole lot of games on Sunday. Right. So we're going to talk about a few players, and a player that I want to give some flowers to, and also that, it's a good guy to start.
We giving flowers?
I'm giving flowers. Flowers. Also, a guy that you could start flex or running back position anywhere. Jamal Williams from Detroit. He got 6 touchdowns in the last 4 games, in the first 4 games. And last week was the first week that he started, and he got 6 touchdowns already. He's slated to get 16 points versus New England. I just like the guy game. He helped in the passing game. He run the ball hard. He's just one of those hard-nosed runners. Just want to give him his flowers. And if you're looking for a guy to start, that's the guy.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Last week, I picked him up. So people that's going to get him, they might be a little late, in my opinion. He might not be there anymore because DeAndre Swift. I'm always paying attention to people wearing 32. That's what ECU, one of the originators, 32 playing receiver. I know it sounds ugly, but I'm telling you, I swagged it out. DeAndre Swift is, you feel me? DeAndre Swift is one of the best 32s in this league. And when he got hurt, I'm like, okay. And he was already playing with him being on the team. So I expect Williams to ball out again. Another player, since we talking, who you can pick up and give some flowers to, Detroit. Jared Goff, he throwing for a lot of yards right now.
Right.
Look, but in that top, he in the top 3 for yards in this league. When you talk about quarterbacks, Jared Goff. I'm talking not Stafford. Goff on Lions. You know what they did to him? They traded him out of here, got him out of there. Like, listen, Goff running around still. He really don't care at this point. You're the number 1 pick, but you can play. But he's showing you with these yards now. So I think Jared Goff will be available in some leagues right now. You can definitely pick him up. Want to give him some flowers, which is weird because I never thought a day in my life I would be giving Jared Goff some flowers because I thought he was a little overrated when he came into the league and went number one coming out of that Cal. But you know what? Got to give you the flowers, man. When you ball out, I don't care. You gotta get your
flowers. Yeah. So if you're a Detroit fan, fantasy fan, whatever, your quarterback hurt something, we got Jared Goff, we got Jamal Williams. Those are guys to pick up. This is a guy who I had so much hope for, and I picked him kind of early. Like I picked him like after I picked my first receiver, which was
who did I get? Receiver. That's a good question.
Adams. I got Adams. Vegas for Las Vegas.
Easy bait.
This guy was my second guy, and I'm so disappointed right now. And I don't know who to blame. Maybe you could tell me who to blame. I don't know if to blame him. I don't know if to blame the quarterback. I don't know if to blame the coach, the offensive coordinator. But I picked up Allen Robinson. He's only averaging 6 points. Only 6 points per game, fantasy points. And he's slated to score 9 points this week versus a stingy Dallas defense. Right. I don't know who to blame. I didn't even mention the main one you could blame, Cooper Kupp.
It's definitely, I was getting ready to say,
who to blame? Like,
it's definitely him because let me just let you know something. Cooper Kupp got 19 targets last night. On the other night. Yeah, man. Listen, shout out to I Am Athlete Podcast. I saw you on there talking about the Hall of Fame. When Deshaun Jackson came on there, 85% of that playbook, Cooper Kupp. I'm paraphrasing, but that was kind of what he was saying.
Right.
You're getting the ball a lot, boy. So when you're on the other side, probably open, you're not getting looked at. Like Stafford is
not getting looked at.
Cooper Kupp, Sean McVay is giving that ball to Cooper Kupp. And I ain't gonna lie, Triple Crown last year, get this man the rock. Like you getting yards, you getting touchdowns. That was all last year. But now it's like, okay, we know you the one that's getting the ball.
We
all
know
these coordinators going in the Rams game saying we can't let Kupp beat us. That's what they're saying. And
you can't. So
Allen Robinson over there probably running, looking open. But they've been saying he ain't separating. But that's always the thing that they say. You ain't getting separation. That's one of the things they're gonna say, boy, when they're ready for you to either not be that good or it's just, you're getting older in this league. But I'm gonna tell you right now, as a person playing fantasy, and I'm in many leagues, that doesn't mean that I'm the expert on it. I'm just telling you, Allen Robinson, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
So you telling me it's time to trade him if I can get a trade partner.
Good luck. Yeah, do pull something off. Try to, who one of the people that's pulling off these heists when it comes to trade, just do whatever they did, because if I see Allen Robinson come across in that trade request, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do.
Reject.
It's called reject and decline that. Right. Because I understand, bro. Cooper Kupp, he gonna get that ball.
Right.
Get that ball.
Right. And then I got a last guy, one of my last guys before we get up out of here. George Kittle. He's averaging, he was hurt the first 2 games.
We both got him, so we can definitely talk about Kittle.
Right. He was hurt the first 2 games. In the last 2 games, he's only averaging 5 points, man.
Yeah.
And then when at first I was like, okay, new quarterback. But then we got Jimmy Garoppolo back now, his quarterback.
Right.
So I was thinking things are going to be on the up and up. So is it time to panic, or should we, give it a look? Well, we have no choice.
Yeah.
You can't trade away Kittle, but it's like, what do I do here? Like,
Kittle in that lineup for me for the first 5 weeks for sure. He just got to stay there. For sure, you stand Kittle. I understand how many times they want to get you the ball. And it's Garoppolo. That's like your guy. He going to throw you. There was a few plays against the Rams where I felt like Garoppolo was like, I don't care who running the routes. I'm going to Kittle. So that part's not going to change going forward. They're going to keep going to Kittle. But he been injured. So first game, he got to just get his legs right in his first.
Got to get his legs back.
That's a real thing, right? Like people always say, you got to get your leg. I mean, I played in college, not the league, but it's like, hey, some people.
It's the same thing in college, bro. Like you got to get them legs back. You can't just jump out there and like, thank you. Nah, you got to get them back. You got to get in football shape.
Because first game, I was looking at Kittle like, hey, you can get off my team. Like, it's a fantasy for real. You weren't looking, you know what I'm saying? But you got to get your legs right.
Right.
So I just think that chemistry with him and Garoppolo is going to continue. I wouldn't panic yet, but who's your backup? Because let me tell you something. If you got a backup like Andrew, if you're in one of them leagues where you messing around and got 2 great tight ends, there's some times where Kittle might not start for you if you see how you playing going forward. You know, like they don't know how to use him, or you want to get, you know, Kittle keep an injury. We just got to be honest about that.
Let me tell you the wild thing about it, and you're going to be like, this is crazy. I have Kittle and Kyle Pitts, and neither one of them are doing anything for me.
You sound like I got him in another league, Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts needs Matt Ryan back, man. God.
Kyle Pitts, this is not a personal. If you ever get to this, whoever your people might see this or something, this is not personal. I know a couple people who they really think you are really, really, really good. And I think you're a good player. But let me tell you something. This season, Kyle Pitts is not putting up the numbers. They are not giving him that rock. They are not putting him in the game plan. They're doing all these run plays. And listen, Kyle Pitts is supposed to be one of their best players. I like Drake London to be better at this point in that offense because he's like, it seems like they'll give him the ball a lot more. Kyle Pitts not getting used right, man.
He's not getting used.
I hate to say Arthur Smith, but Kyle Pitts got to get used better.
Yeah, he got to get used better, man. And that's, you know, it's crazy.
You can trade. You can put him up. See what somebody gonna say with him, Kyle Pitts. Put him up on trade.
Okay. I'm gonna go for that. I'm gonna go for that. I'm gonna listen to you. I'm gonna give him one more week.
Yeah, give him another week.
Give him one more week because after that, you know, we got 12 weeks left. I'm gonna give him one more week. See where it go, and go from there. So.
You can't have loyalty in fantasy, so let's just
can't have loyalty. Ain't no loyalty in fantasy. They don't have loyalty in the real game. Like in the real NFL fantasy. Like if I'm the guy in first 5 weeks, I'm doing trash. They are already looking for my replacement. So in fantasy, you got to go the same way. I'm sorry, guys. Know what I'm saying?
Not personal.
No, it's personal. This was a great episode with my brother, man, Phil Henry. Go on there, tell him your IG name, the name of your podcast, so when they see this, they can subscribe to you. Know what I'm saying?
Listen, PH32 Films on IG. It's PH32 Films with an S. Okay,
yes, sir. That's
my YouTube as well. PH32 Films. You might go in there and see some videos that you didn't think, like CJ running this 4.0. I edited that video. I know if y'all want to see is he really fast, I have that on my YouTube. But yeah, PH32 Films. My podcast is called the PH Podcast. Obviously, my initials, Philip Henry. And you know, you'll see me some more. I'll definitely go on the Smash and Dash podcast. I wish Lindell was on here right now to tell him I said what's up. He's gonna see this. Tell him I said what's up. I'm following his USC guys. I listen to y'all talking about the beginning of the year. I heard you say Baker Mayfield. We're gonna keep that on the side because we know what's going on with them right now. But shout out to Lindell, and next time I see him, I said, "What's up?"
Sir. Yes, sir. Don't even. Hey, all my followers, all my listeners, this guy's amazing. Don't even worry about it. Next week episode, I didn't even ask him yet. I'm just telling him he have no choice. He's gonna be on the Smash and Dash podcast, and that's what it's gonna be. I don't care. I don't need an answer. It's gonna happen.
Let's do it, man. I know y'all had a few guys. I seen y'all talking a little Twitch. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying? I see what's going on. I like what y'all got going on, man. And I just think more stories from people who actually play is important too. You know what I'm saying? People want to hear from people who play. You know, it's as much as I like what I have to say about things when you're talking about sports, it stopped for me in D1 level. You know what I'm saying? Through all my plays to CJ when I thought I was going to be getting them.
It's all good, man.
You know what I'm saying? But just, you know, thank you for having me. Shout out to everybody that's playing fantasy. Good luck. That Denver game for Thursday night is the -3.5 for Denver. Just for anybody who, you know, legal places where you like to bet at. It's a -3.5. Whatever y'all, however y'all feel about it. I don't know. Matt Ryan might do it.
You never know.
The loser might win. I don't know.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Peace out, man. Peace out to everybody, man. You know, CJ2K podcast presented by Smash and Dash. Shout out to PH Henry.
South Carolina.
You did.
Gotta rep my state.
We got to appreciate you, brother.